Cain has to be one of the strangest characters in the Bible. After becoming world's first murderer, the Bible really makes it seem like Cain left his family to be all alone. But here's the problem. Cain then goes on to find a wife and then build an entire city. So my question is, how did he do it? Well, there is actually this ancient book called the Book of Jubilees. It's not scripture, but in this book it explains how Cain and Abel actually had a sister, and her name was Awan. Apparently, after Cain kills his brother Abel, he takes his sister Awan as his wife. That is supposedly how they started world's first city. But here's what's very interesting. You see, you won't find this in the Bible, but Eve would actually give birth to one more daughter, and her name was Azura. Now, Melchizedek is such a mysterious figure in the Bible. There really isn't much known about him, except that he was both the very priest of Abraham and an ancient king in the time of Genesis. What makes him so interesting is the fact that the Bible literally says that he has no father or mother. It literally says in Hebrews that Melchizedek is without genealogy and that he looks like the Son of God, which is really strange, because to me, this could only mean one of two things. Either Melchizedek was some kind of holy angel, or Melchizedek was in fact Jesus himself. Which leads me to the New Testament, where one of the most influential disciples was Peter. But the Bible really makes it seem like Peter was severely talkative. Peter is always answering questions that were never even directed to him. You see, the funniest time has to be when Jesus leads him, James, and John to the mountain where he would get transfigured. But when Moses and Elijah suddenly appear in this divine moment, Peter cannot help himself from saying that he wants to build 3 shrines to honor them or something. And here's what's so funny, because it literally says in Matthew 17, while Peter was still speaking, a voice out of the clouds said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Listen to him." In other words, God has to interrupt Peter to say, "Shut up and listen to my son." See, there are so many strange and hilarious details about this book that I would absolutely love to share with you guys. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, because these are the most interesting characters in the Bible.